ロサンゼルス、ドジャースの大谷翔平選手と山本由伸投手がマウンドと打席で見せる異次元のパフォーマンスをめぐり、全米メディアやチームメイトの間で今なお熱い議論が沸騰しています。マウンド上では最速100マイル、約169キロの剛速球と変化量30インチを超える魔球で打者をねじ伏せ、打席に立てば打球速度110マイル、約174キロ超えの特大弾を放つ大谷。そんな怪物たちに対し、チームメイトのムーキー・ベッツが、彼はマウンド上では完全な殺人者、キラーだと衝撃の裏側を暴露し、全米のコメンテーターたちもスポーツ史上最も偉大なアスリートとして熱狂的な激論を交わしています。ここからはその様子を字幕付きでご紹介します。
Really seeing Shohei this year, his mindset on pitching is really neat for me. What about for you?
It's been really fun to watch, and I think you would agree with this statement that Shohei likes to hit, but he loves to pitch.
I think he loves to pitch, yeah.
Like, he loves everything about pitching. He likes working at it. He likes talking about it. He likes scouting for it. When it comes to hitting, I always laugh at our hitters meetings. Middle.
Yeah, Shohei, yeah, because
like,
he does it.
Hey, what are you looking for today? Middle.
Yeah.
It's like, hitting just comes easy to him.
Yeah.
He just does it.
Which is crazy to say.
Yeah,
That's
but
pitching,
you see him out there every single day doing bullpens and working on his mechanics and working on throwing. And it's like the amount of work he puts in at pitching, I almost feel like if he did that for hitting, he'd be Ted Williams out there with the 400 average and 60 home runs. But, it's just, it's just insane to watch him do what he does every single day.
What's cool is to see, like, well, for me, it's to see like the personality difference.
Yeah.
Like when he hits, he's just a normal guy. You can talk to him.
It's happy-go-lucky.
But when he pitches, it's like it's
a killer.
Yeah, he turns into a killer out there.
Yeah, man. There's don't talk to him. Don't get in his way. Don't mess him up.
Yeah.
Let him do his thing. Make the plays behind him, but don't goof off around him.
Yeah. You don't like none of that.
Dead serious, but then when he's hitting, he's goofing off around everybody. And so
it's like it's just weird to see. But I mean, hey, I guess it is what it is. And then Yoshi, obviously, as much as he pitched last year, right? I think he was healthy all year last year.
Yeah.
Then pitched what he did in the postseason, and then to now come around and do what he's doing now, it's like. I don't think I've ever seen anybody stay healthy and be as good for this long.
I agree, but I'm also not surprised when I see what he does every single day.
Yeah, that's fair.
If
you saw his routine.
Doing handstands, breathing through the straws, the stuff that Sensei got him doing. Which you've been doing some of that too.
I have been doing some Sensei.
Yeah,
I have been doing some Sensei.
We saw him on your shoulders in spring training. We all loved that one. That was great.
Yeah, that was good. I feel like Sensei, he's awesome, man. He's done amazing for Yoshi. So I'm trying to do it to help me stay healthy a little bit.
When you look at Yoshi, there's not the amount of work is second to none. But almost none of it is like weightlifting stuff.
No, it's none of it.
That's what's crazy about it. Is all the stuff that Sensei has him doing. It's all balance and core.
It's like finding your inner core muscles and like really using your body.
And that's the thing that's insane is he's putting in more work than anybody, and none of it involves touching a weight.
Yeah, which is, hey, good for him.
He can speak English because there are thousands and millions of people back home who want to know what he's saying.
An entire country.
And what's going on. I commend so much how Shohei, Roki, and Yoshinobu have handled the moment and the situation. I think they've found a perfect balance of being embraced by LA and wanting to do things the way that the Dodgers do them, while also saying the most important thing to me is that people back home know how my experience is going. And credit to the Dodgers for doing everything they can to making sure that is a factor that they've acknowledged. Like, they very easily could have said, yeah, we don't want to have a have a live feed on our dugout that follows Shohei the entire game. That may put our players in a weird spot. And I'm sure a lot of owners would have said no to that. But I credit the Dodgers for every step of the way saying, you know what, this is bigger than baseball. And in the long run, this is going to help us and our Japanese players. I'm in awe how this whole situation has been managed over the past couple of years.
So what Brock is referring to is there is a Japanese broadcast that follows, obviously, Dodgers baseball and Shohei Ohtani, and they don't necessarily go to commercial break. What do? They just have a camera that is like the Shohei cam. And it just follows him no matter what he's doing in the dugout. Even if another player hits a home run, sometimes it's just panning straight to Ohtani. What's Ohtani doing? That man is so aware that every little thing he does is being watched by an entire country, which is also probably why we don't see him at batting practice often. And talking to a lot of the players and media members that were in Japan with them when the Dodgers went to Japan last year and covering the WBC, the players are like it's hard to wrap your head. It's like when you see like the Bieber mania or back in the day, the Beatle mania, like it's that kind of insanity where there's never a moment that you are the biggest thing that anyone around you has ever seen. Like people freak out about like anywhere you go, anything you do, everything is watched. Like I remember, I think it was Mookie Betts was talking about it and Freddie Freeman. They were like, it's insane what he deals with on a daily basis. Absolutely insane. Nobody knows, like you don't know fame until you follow around Shohei Ohtani in Japan.
Right. The aspect of it that blows my mind too, and we can tie this into LeBron James, of at 16 years old, LeBron James was given expectations that were impossible to meet. And here we sit 20-something years later that not only has he met those expectations, he left them in the dust like 8 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Shohei, same exact situation. We hear there is a guy that can pitch and hit and can do both at a Hall of Fame level. That is an impossible standard to meet, and he has already in his 9th year surpassed those expectations. And I sit here again in awe, and to remind people, do not be like me. Do not spend the first couple years of LeBron James' career thinking that you have to be a Laker homer and therefore have to hate anyone who's threatening Kobe Bryant's reign on the NBA. You can hate the Dodgers all you want, but really sit back and appreciate not just what Shohei Ohtani is doing, but what the Dodgers are doing and what this moment is for Japanese Americans. And if you love baseball and the game growing, this only makes the game bigger.
Oh, yeah, he's starting pitcher tonight for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And when you think about his pitching, I did a deep dive.
Okay.
B.A., you were there with me.
I was with you, baby.
I took a deep dive in this thing. You know, he can move that thing in all the directions.
Oh.
He can take that ball a little bit north there. It's got a four-seamer there. Okay, that rises about 18 inches. He can take that thing southward, curveball. Guess what? That goes about 18 inches. You do some math. That's 36 inches vertical movement. Okay, that's outrageous, is it not? And then let's talk about the horizontal, the east-west, if you will. He's got a sinker and a splitter that go more than 30 inches in different directions. He's 30 by 36, this guy, in the amount of movement. So this ain't just some ass pitcher. This guy's the guy. He's got a splitter, he's got a sinker, he's got a sweeper, he's got a fastball. I mean, he's got all the pitches out there, and he's also getting on base 9 different times. So today, I mean, just 24-hour period here for Shohei could be one of the most special in the history of baseball, I'd assume, is how this will be talked about?
Yeah, I mean, he's just stacking them up at this point after his last outing as a pitcher, striking out 10 guys in 6 innings and hitting 3 homers. I mean, it's ridiculous. And going into tonight's game, like the big thing now, too, is both teams used everybody in the bullpen. Every guy that was available had to pitch last night. You have some guys who are typically used to throwing maybe one inning and, like a handful of pitches. Like they had guys who had to throw 40 pitches last night just because out of necessity. If Shohei has his best stuff, that eliminates the need for them to go to the bullpen. Like you're just looking at the starters, and while I've kind of always said he's unbelievable, his hitting though is far superior to his pitching. When he's on, he's still one of the best guys in baseball. So if he can give them 6 innings and eliminate the bullpen, like it is just such a massive advantage. Like it'll be tough, but for the Blue Jays losing that game last night, it might just be like, how much do you have left? Because it's a kitchen sink game tonight. Like, you just have to get lucky and throw everything and hope that you get the Shohei early.
Yeah, so best baseball player ever. Is there an argument to be made that he's just the best athlete of all time across all sports?
I mean, that's going to become a conversation, is it not? How long can he do this? I guess everybody is expecting him not to be able to do this for that long. Is he going to be able to do this for the foreseeable future? Because I think my research told me, too, that maybe, when you get to the Dodgers, the way they kind of develop pitching, he might just be only getting better and better as a pitcher, just like as people kind of get older, especially in the LA Dodgers kind of system. And then I haven't even talked about this. He's able to do things that not a lot of other people are able to do. He throws a sinker out of a high slot. So optically for the hitter, I mean, that's just a completely different ballgame. He's doing things people haven't seen before. So greatest athlete of all time is certainly a fascinating question. Like, how long does he have to do it for? I think is all anybody will use for the judge. Like, that is all the argument. In my eyes, I love the guy. Let's just put him literally. Let's put him on Rushmore of everything immediately. But as soon as I heard that this guy could throw the ball 100 miles an hour accurately and 100 miles an hour off the bat, what was that, like 3 years ago when he was with the Angels or whatever? Yep. It's like, this guy's greatest baseball player of all time. Baseball people at the time, rightfully so, saying, Let's hold the horses here. Now he's proven a BA. When you think about this type of competitor, this type of athlete, what is it? Do you think it's obviously he's physically gifted like hell, but his mentality is just one of those different ones that the greats have?
I don't think there's any doubt, but you can't throw in 50 stolen bases.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which is crazy.
Damn.
For a pitcher, a hitter, and 50 stolen bases, I mean, that's the one that just puts him over the top for me.
What do you think his mentality is, though? Do you think he's been locked in like this since he was a kid? Is he just born
this
way?
Everything I hear about him, he is just literally ultra focused, takes care of his body like nobody else, can do all these things, and just every single day taking care of himself, getting ready to go.
So Peyton and Tom obviously are at a different level. Do you think these guys are born this way? Women too as well. Serena, obviously. I don't want to take anything away from any of the greatest female athletes of all time, but I think they're born that way. Don't you think? Like, when I saw Peyton, I was like, this guy's an alien. Like, his mentality is an alien. Like, I consider myself a rather competitive person. I think I have a good work ethic. I think I'm able to lock in. Then you see like an actual robot happen next to you and you're like, oh my God, there's levels to this entire thing. And then Tom Brady, obviously they talk about that as the same. Michael Jordan, Kobe, you talk about LeBron, these guys that Wayne Gretzky, I think is even another, everybody at the top is like born that way. Do you think that can be coached, or you think it's just like a special trait that only some people have?
Well, I think they have the trait. There has to be some really good hands put on them somewhere along the line to get them in the right direction. And all those, Tom, Peyton, those guys had great college quarterback coaches and coaches. I think Shohei and everybody else, the Dodgers pitching system we talked about, he's just going to get better.
Better and better. He's only going to get better, I think. That is crazy to think about.
And his stroke isn't going anywhere. No. That stroke is unbelievable. It's not going anywhere. Well, and then to be that tall and that fast.
The Dodgers are Team Japan. Yeah. Right now. And as you're seeing, as I was talking about last segment, brands that can't get sponsorship ads in Dodger Stadium are buying the ads behind home plate when the Dodgers go to visiting teams. Like, that's how much brands are trying to be involved with the Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto and Roki Sasaki. But I think what makes this whole situation special, right? Because what you don't normally see is superstars wanting to go play with other superstars, right? So Ohtani came out of Japan as like, we've never seen anyone like this before, right? The first ever two-way player in Major League Baseball. He is going to be lights out. It's like, okay, let me see it to believe it. And then we saw it, 4-time unanimous MVP. And then we hear about Yamamoto and we're like, there's no way that he's going to come to the Dodgers. He's going to want to make a name for himself on any other team. But what people don't understand in Japanese culture is that it is an honor. It is such an honor to play with your fellow countrymen. And with Ohtani being the face of baseball and an icon in Japan, it's the exact opposite effect that you would think in so many other cultures is these superstars want to join forces with Ohtani. And he was able to recruit Yamamoto and he was able to recruit Roki Sasaki because, are you kidding me? Like, I get to play with Shohei Ohtani? This is... They feel the same way that fans do. And it's this collective just respect. And I think that's why, obviously, as we saw with Yamamoto and Sasaki, it takes them a little bit of time to adjust, not only to the culture, but to the game. And I think the most impressive thing about this record was Roki Sasaki and finally having his welcome to the big league moment. And I heard Freddie Freeman tell me and Dave Roberts tell me after his last start on Friday, this was the Roki Sasaki that we had heard about in Japan. This was the Roki that we saw tape of, that we knew could be like scary, dominant, feared pitcher on the mound. He's finally here. And that's what Roki told me too. He was like, I finally feel like I'm pitching like myself. I'm pitching with confidence. I'm not doubting myself. And a big part of that, you have to understand and I have to imagine, is because he has Yamamoto and he has Ohtani there.
Without question. And there are no two teammates that are more proud of Roki than them. And yeah, to Roki's credit, the faces of Dodgers starting pitching has been a duo in Yamamoto and Shohei. And Roki is 24 years old. He was 23, maybe even 22 when he initially signed on as a Dodger. And the idea that kid is on his way maybe to making this a trio instead of a duo. Can't put him there just yet. But if he continues to put together starts like we saw this weekend, how awesome is that? And it increases tenfold the fandom and the religion, as you put it, that the
baseball.
Japanese culture has for Dodgers baseball. I mean, even small things, how Shohei refuses to not use an interpreter, even though
今回のドジャースのスター選手や米メディアによる議論は、大谷翔平選手と山本由伸投手が MLB に与えている影響が、単なる技術的な卓越性を超えて、野球界のパラダイムシフトであることを如実に物語っています。まず、大谷選手がマウンド上で見せる、キラー、殺人者としての一面と、打席でのハッピー、ゴーラッキーな二面性は、彼の驚異的な精神的タフネスを示しています。パッと、マカフィーが熱弁した通り、縦36インチ、横30インチ以上も変化する多彩な球種を、100マイル近い球速で操りながら、打者としても規格外の打球速度を叩き出し続けるのは、まさに人知を超えています。日本中、そして世界中から、ジョージ・ダグアウトカメラで一挙手一投足が監視されるというビートルズ並みの狂気的なプレッシャーの中で、これほど自然体で、かつ圧倒的なパフォーマンスを維持できるアスリートは歴史上存在しません。レブロン・ジェームズと比較されるのも当然と言えるでしょう。一方、山本投手のウェイトトレーニングを行わないという独自の調整法も非常に興味深い点です。呼吸法や体幹、柔軟性を重視した先生とのトレーニングルーティンは、故障の多い現代のメジャーリーグにおいて、持続可能なパフォーマンスを発揮するための新たなバイブルとなりつつあります。チームメイトであるベッツやマンシーがこれに驚嘆し、自らも取り入れている事実は、日本のトレーニングメソッドが本場メジャーの常識を覆している証拠です。大谷選手が呼び水となり、山本投手、佐々木朗希投手といった若き才能がドジャースという伝統ある球団に集い、同週に無失点快投を見せるというシナリオは、日本のファンのみならず、アメリカの野球界全体にとっても、真のグローバル化を感じさせる歴史的瞬間です。彼らが築くこの強固なレガシーが、今後どこまで進化していくのか、目が離せません。大谷選手の異次元の精神力や、山本投手のユニークな調整方法について、皆さんはどう感じましたか？ぜひコメント欄であなたの意見を聞かせてください。この動画が面白いと思った方は、ぜひ高評価とチャンネル登録をお願いします。それでは、また次の動画でお会いしましょう。